The Detroit Lions just got great news during and after the game against the San Francisco 49ers. They get a great victory, one that we were all just nervous for. Not the win or the loss, but injuries. Just like, man, it was kind of painful at first because it's just like, what are we doing? I don't even like this. Let's just not even, can we forfeit this game? But then you get into it, and you know what, Dan Campbell, you got to appreciate his attitude towards this. So, all right, it's like, all right, we're doing this. So we go for it. And the best news after this is no major injuries. Is number one. We'll get back to that a little bit more here. But Jahmyr Gibbs was the one that I was like, man, he is just running hard, and it's just, let's get him out of there. Get Craig Reynolds in. So that was really nice to see. Was Craig Reynolds, I thought, played really well. And let me know in the comments who gets your game ball for this game. For me, and that's the second biggest thing is Jared Goff. Truly just kind of unreal. I don't know what else to say about him anymore. It's a road game. It's outdoors. I get the weather's not bad, but it's just like, I don't know. Can you do this? Can you do that? It's like he can do it. This combination, our offense is just so dynamic. It's just awesome to see. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, man. So offensively, Jared Goff's unreal. That's the good news out of this. The other good news is that it was pretty clear in the first half. I was like, oh my gosh, we couldn't stop them. And there's certain offenses and certain play callers that can just really destroy us. Those are the teams with misdirection, a lot of fast motion, a lot of the things that we have a hard time handling with the type of defense that we play. But good news, we handled it in the second half. We adjusted. The second pick of Kirby Joseph, they broke it down where the corners went deep. They didn't foul their receivers, allowed Kirby Joseph to know that he's got the middle. Interception. That's good news. The second good news on that is that we're not going to be playing a team that does a lot of this misdirection. The Vikings, I'm talking about the Vikings next week. They don't run the Rams or the 49ers type of offense. That gives us trouble, and it's stressful on us, and we got to really... don't get me wrong. The Vikings present trouble, but we're not going to face this type of offense. And that was just like, oh, man, that was brutal. Another good news is that we went for it, and you knew we were in this game. We're just going for it. What are we doing, right? We're not going to be kicking field goals and let's just go. We're going for it. And one of the things I noticed about our team is that on fourth down, we are just getting desensitized to it, I guess would be the word. It's just, we need 3 yards. It's fourth down. Let's do it. It doesn't matter where we're at in the field. Let's get it. We're a good, talented team. That helps. But then this mentality of the fourth down. Other teams are like, oh boy, here we go. Fourth down. The defenses that we face, like fourth down, we got to stop them. It's another fourth down. So that I love. And the last thing that I love, and the good news is, we're gonna go home to play Minnesota. And this is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tight game, all those things. But at the end of the day, we're really, really, really good we're elite on offense. Defensively, we make adjustments. You can say what you want. At the end of the day, defense adjusted, made the plays. We can win with this defense. It's the same formula as last year. Give up yards, but man, they come through in pivotal spots in critical areas. And critical stat lines, the defense comes through. So that's good. And then we're at home. And I just don't think any team that comes into Ford Field is fully prepared for the home field advantage that the Lions have. And so that's what I think is going to be the deciding factor, because everybody thinks they have a home field advantage. Some do, some don't. Others more than others. You know what I mean? But the Lions truly have a home field advantage that's an advantage, and it affects the other team. And that is what I'm most excited about, and excited to see how we handle Minnesota at home. So here we go. Would have loved for Green Bay to beat Minnesota, obviously, and this game to mean, and we win and we division champs and we fly home, NFC North champs, #1 seed. But geez, Packers can't do anything. Can't do anything. Can't get up for that. You can't beat them one time. So the Packers get swept by us, swept by the Vikings, and they've got one more division win than the Bears. Packers, come on. So let me know in the comments who gets your game ball for this. I say Jared Goff. Thought he played great. Another great thing that came out of this game too was Jameson Williams. He's been playing better, more involved, and he truly is a difference maker. He's fast. He's a great player, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's huge. St. Brown, you know what you're gonna get from him. I mean, even on that hook and ladder touchdown to J-Mo, that ball was down on the ground. He catches it. I mean, there's so much going on. Catches it, flips it to him. I mean, it is just St. Brown makes everything happen, and it's like, let's go. That's what I love. So again, Craig Reynolds, thought he played really well. Offensive line just playing incredibly well. We were good in the red zone, good defensively when we had to be. That first half was like, oh boy, this is not good. That's where, that's why I think we were all just like, what's the rule on forfeiting? That's what I was like thinking. Is there a rule on that? Can we just not come out in the second half? We're healthy. Fine, you guys win. Let's just go to the last game of the season. Let's do this. But got to give the Lions credit. Got to give Dan Campbell credit. That is a Niners team on the road. I get they're banged up, all that stuff. So are we, right? But we are the ones that come out, play hard, get the victory. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, it's me and Craig, Detroit Lions. This one I'm just kind of going off the top of the head here. I got no real plan but to just talk about all the goodness that I saw. Let me know the negatives. I think if I had to go on the negatives, it's definitely our two things that drive me crazy. The defensive line, it's like, okay, I understand that they're a shell of themselves. So it's like, okay, would love to get some more pressure. Feel like we got to get some pressure. Like that just feels like that's got to get some pressure. And then second thing, the antics after the play, whether it's J-Mo, and the reason I say this, and I'm all for it, whatever, but it's like, okay, not now. Like we are in just such crunch time. You see J-Mo, there's always just something after the play, and it's like, gosh, dang it, am I getting old, or am I just like, just don't. You catch an 8-yard pass, get up, go back to the huddle. And so that stuff's just got to be like, we can't have any post after the play penalties. We just can't coming up. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see all of you on the next one.